This week at the Normandy window, we start by clearing out the shed. There's good news and bad for both the orchard and the veg patch. I spend a small fortune DIY shopping and recover by going to the pub. We top up the wood pile and cut down the lawn. There's big progress on the pond and the entrance to the driveway. We get a DIY delivery almost, and more shed preparation in readiness for the arrival of the electrician. Hello, 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 hello. Sun's back out. Good news. In the last video, I waffled on about distractions. And I think sometimes we or I need to think out loud to sort of clear our thoughts. And that's what happened to me. So, despite having numerous projects ongoing, the only one I've actually got a fixed date for is the electrician coming 22nd of June. So he's going to do a number of jobs in the house, but he's also put in power and electric in the shed. So I think really there's a commitment there that I need to try and prep that as much as I can prior to his arrival. Make sense? So I guess it starts now. In other news, I was talking about my crops, and this was the cherry tree that I said was going to give me cherries. As you can see, the birds have eaten the cherries and left the stones, and then we had lots of windy rain, so the remainder of the cherries are on the floor. And in fact, the cherry tree is pretty much bare now, which is a shame. Pear tree though is doing really well, and the apples are starting to look like apples. Oh, I can't wait. Just a shame though about the cherry tree, but I kind of expected the birds would get those. Have you ever been in a situation where you and a group of others are doing something and everyone else is thriving and you're not? I'd like to introduce to you tub potatoes, which actually look to me, they've either got a disease or they are just not thriving. Whereas the rest of my potatoes are doing well. So I think I'm going to move this away from the others in case it's catching, and I think we're just going to call it a day. It's gone really quiet at my bird's nest, and I won't show it to you, but 2 meters from the entrance there is a dead bird on the floor, and that's the second one I've found. Something, I think, has maybe taken mum and dad. Right, I have been sat at the kitchen table, pen and paper in hand, trying to draw up a list of everything I need for the shed, and to be honest, it'd be so much cheaper just to buy a new shed. The water for the pond and the mix for the walls, the repointing. So I'm off now, hopefully, to make 2 orders. So wish me luck. I'd really like today to be a positive day. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, as I thought, I am batting 0 from 1. So despite this being listed online as a stockist, no, it's not. It's proving really difficult to buy. Anyway, the search continues. Can you see behind me? There's a guy. The DIY store has like this little outillage with saws, so you can cut your own wood to size. I've never seen that. Okay, so I've paid for a delivery there, €100, which I'm not happy about, because I have just ordered the fixing kits for metal sheeting, 22 big metal sheeting. I'm going to side and roof the shed, 4 smaller ones, some rebar just for trailing plants up, 16 OSB panels, 100 meters of piping for the pond, it's a lot of money. Bricolage, DIY is really expensive in France. So I'm just on my way back from French class, and I wanted to stop in at this pub because I've passed it no end of times. I bumped into someone I've met previously in France in here. They do a fantastic Indian pale ale. They brew their own beers on site, and I will be back here again. Very happy to have found this. Le famous night, Coutrin. Every day makes something a little better. Been to the mechanics. The jockey wheel is now properly in place, I'm pleased to say. Makes a huge difference hitching and unhitching the trailer. And for the first time I had imperative to reverse with the trailer, which I managed. But what I will say is the mechanic fixed the trailer in less time than it took me to reverse out of his drive. But that's it. And it's just got to be practice. Just another little addition to the pile. The wood on the left looked really rotten, but you can see inside it's really good. And I don't know if that's oak. The chainsaw was struggling. I think my chain is getting blunt. I've got to learn how to sharpen a chainsaw chain. An exciting day today. Despite the weather being a bit bit drizzly, we have the first machinery at the property. A man is arriving today with a 2-ton digger. He's gonna open up the entrance to the driveway, so narrow, awkward getting in. And then also he is going to dig a channel down to about where that yellow bush is for so the electrician can install wiring for a pump for the well. And here we go then. So whilst Paul is starting that channel, I'm just trying to clear the way for him just for the widening of the entrance to the drive. So some of the wood I've removed, and this is a shame, that's a hobnut, similar to a hazelnut. So what has to come out has to come out, but I would be pleased if some of that survives. I haven't seen it anywhere else on the property. It's a fantastic protein provider. Slowly but surely getting there. And then you can just see Paul has started, I think, in fact by the looks of it, he's completed the second channel and is making a start on the third, the one that will go back to the house. I'm really happy with that. That's opened up the entrance to the drive loads, so when the digger comes back, we'll dig this up and put the culvert in, just making the entrance that much more approachable and easy to use. Well, I suppose that marks where the pond will be. So the first problem is going to be, how are we going to get this up my driveway? Oui, ça marche. Oh, this doesn't look good. So unfortunately, the delivery driver is saying he can't get the wagon up the drive, which I'm not totally surprised at. I actually thought he had clearance on both sides, but he wouldn't be able to get to the house anyway because of the channel we've dug. So he's gonna unload it onto the driveway, and then I'm gonna spend the rest of the day busy. So to make matters worse, I'm recovering from a bit of heat stroke I picked up at the weekend. So the situation we're in, we've got the DIY deliveries at the foot of the drive. Fortunately, we do have a trailer on site. Unfortunately, the trailer is the other side of the channel. So I don't think that's going to be lending much help today. What a day this is turning out to be. So the piping for the pond was relatively easy. Battens, relatively easy. I tried reversing the car down my now even narrower drive, attached the pallet of OSB boards and started dragging it up the driveway. Suffice it to say, the car really didn't like that. Could start smelling clutch. The delivery itself arrived, I think, about 11 o'clock this morning. I've just checked, it's now 5. I think I've got 4 more OSB panels, and I don't know how many of the metal sheeting, but it almost seems like as fast as I'm moving them, someone's replacing them with more. It's been a hard day. You mess up with the OSB, you have bruises all down your leg. You mess up with the metal sheeting, you have no skin on your legs. I found there is some variety of fly that the second it bites you hurts like heck and leaves like a raised mark. I don't think it's a mosquito. I don't know what it is, but I could do without those today. It is hot. I am getting over a bit of heat stroke. I won't lie. I'll be pleased when tomorrow's over. I do need to finish the job today because I can't get off the drive, or nothing else can get on the drive until this job is complete. B, I've got someone coming tomorrow to help me put some of the OSB boards up. We thought we'd maybe do all of it. There's no way we get 16 of those OSB boards in place tomorrow. I'd love... Why did I buy a house without a bath? I'd love a bath. And I think when I am done, if I've got time, I might drive down to the supermarket and treat myself. Right, I've got to crack on. Oh, thank Dave. That is all the OSB board moved. Right, I've got one metal siding sheet and some rebar, and then I'm done for the day. Isn't it great when you stop? So it is 7:15. I'll be honest, if every day was like that, I couldn't do this. But that was an exceptional day. And another hard day tomorrow. Right, there's a pizza in the car. I'm going to go in, get that on, sit down, watch France in the World Cup, and relax. Do the same. So, second pair of hands here today. Maestro doesn't want to appear on camera.
Yes, he does.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
oh, sorry. Right. Second pair of hands here to help today. Andrew's been an absolute godsend. So as you can see, we've got it framed off really nicely, and we're just going to put on the first board. This is where I'm envisaging the fuse box is going to go. Okay, I don't know what the technical term for it is, but in Orne we say it makes us horny.
It's a good one.
It is a good one. We're electrician ready there. Fantastic. Thank you, mate.
That's all right.
Okay, I think that's going to be it for this week. Thank you, though, to Andy for coming and helping out. Thank you, Little Green Lawnmower. You know, I'd be a broken man without that this week. And whoever put a hitch on there did a good job. Electrician ready is a bit of an overstatement. There's more OSB needs to go up inside before the electrician arrives. In August, the whole thing is going to receive a waterproof membrane on the outside, more metal siding. And thank you also to you, because I see this week we have hit 996 subscribers. So please feel free to comment, like and share. If we can hit 1,000 subscribers, that's something that 90% of all YouTube channels don't do. So that would be great. As always, if you'd like to support the channel, the link to buy me a coffee is in the description. I'm going to call it there for this week. I think I'm going to go and cook some dumplings. I feel beaten up. I've been scratched, bruised, battered and bitten. I'm going to go and cook some dumplings, and it's England in the World Cup this evening. Hopefully I don't fall asleep during that. Thanks for watching. I hope it was enjoyable. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.